Hello, today I'm going to make a video on how to replace your PCV vacuum line and this 1991 Mustang Fox Body 2.3, not the 5.0. Okay, I got the idea to make this video after I'd already taken the parts out of the car because I can't find any videos on YouTube or the internet on this 2.3 Mustang motor, only the 5.0, and it's a little frustrating because surely there's got to be some 2.3 engines on this planet somewhere, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one with a dinosaur car, but I like my Mustang. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So I'm going to be backtracking a little because I've already ripped these parts out, as I said, before I decided to make the video. And I had replaced the two ignition coils here, these wires, the plugs, air filter that goes in there, and I guess that's about it right now. It's when I discovered back there when I was checking vacuum lines, see back there, it's already been disconnected. That vacuum line was rotting over there and also over here, so I ripped them out. Okay, as I said, here is where it was rotten and breaking, and there was a line that you can see here that's off that runs over here, and on the 2.3 liter, your PCV is right down here. Now, I don't recommend just pulling it, yanking it, ripping it off because there is a breather hose down there that it's plugged into, so I opted to do the following. You take your left hand, I'm reaching down under here, I'm going to grab that hose under there, wherever it is. Sorry, I'm trying to operate the camera and that. And there's your PCV down here. So as I said, don't just yank it out. I gave it a little bit of a twist like this, wiggle it, twist it with holding the breather tube with the left hand, the right hand, pull it up and out, and it pops right out from there, and you've got two lines running to it. Okay, like I said, unless you're a lefty, of course, you might want to reverse that hand movement, use the right hand, and you get the picture. Okay. Turn it on. Okay, I'm going to remove these two lines here. The top one, just a little wiggle there. I think the bottom one's off. And maybe, okay. Well, come on. There, it's off. Okay. One way to check to know if your PCV valve is good or not is this. Hear that? Give it a little shake. That tells me this PCV is still good, but I already bought a new one. It was only like $2.69. So, of course, I'm going to replace it when I replace the lines because I already have it. Okay. Okay, now that we're over here, this was hooked in here. Get closer, please. With this, it was on here. As you can see, this is a little different type of end here. It did have this coupling thing in here, and it was hooked to another smaller piece. I think that somebody at one time tried to replace this part and kind of Mickey Moused it together using a coupling. Not what I would have done and won't be doing today because I don't like Mickey Mouse jobs. It would have been easier just to take this piece here, which by the way is a 3/8 inch line, and just run a new piece over to here. I also meant to say this. Even though this line was rotten here, I had a hard time getting it off, so I did take a sharp pair of scissors and split it carefully to cut it off, to pull it off, because I didn't want to risk breaking this. As you can see, this piece here looks to be in pretty good shape. So this is a 3/8 inch tubing. It'll run over here. It's going to run back down to the PCV, and it's going to plug in onto the top, which is right here. We will plug it into the top. This one, in case you're interested, in this tube over here is a 5/8, I've been told. And of course, down there where you see, that is the housing or breather hose that the end of this was actually plugged into. Okay, now that once we put that line back on, we're going to follow this piece, and it goes all the way over to here, to this, to this. As you can see, this is kind of a solid piece thing, and this end's in very good shape too. So I had the same problem. I had to cut off a piece here. There were two pieces here, Let me grab this one. Okay, so this piece was hooked on here. Same thing, had to cut it off. If you opt to do that, please be careful if you want to reuse this part. Otherwise, you may be replacing that or possibly could run a hose all the way across. This piece here, which I'm sorry, but I don't know what it is yet. I haven't found out, but I do think it's some kind of sensor. So this goes into here. This piece without this goes into here. And then it goes over down here. Okay. I've already cut this off, obviously. So I've got this off. I've got this off from the mystery piece, which again, I do think is a sensor, which when I hook it back, I would be, yeah, I can talk. I will be putting a 3/8 inch piece of tubing from here to here. I've got to cut it, so it's not done yet. From here to here, and that will be the end of your vacuum line, your PCV valve. And now we will have new parts in this car. And again, this is for the 2.3 Mustang, not the 5.0. Hope it helps.